What if I told you there's a financial market that opens on Sunday evening, doesn't sleep until Friday night, and follows the sun from Sydney to New York, passing through Tokyo and London along the way? That's not science fiction, that's Forex. Welcome back to Pit Buddy, where we help you become fluent in Forex without the fluff. In this episode, we're going to be talking about one of the coolest, most unique features of the foreign exchange market. The fact that it's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Now, that might sound just like another fun fact, but trust me, it changes everything. It affects how and when you trade, how you build a routine, and how you balance trading with the rest of your life. So today we're going to be breaking down the global clock that powers the Forex market and what that means for you as a new trader. Let's start with the basics. The Forex market is open 24 hours a day, but only Monday through Friday. More specifically, it opens on Sunday evening, usually around 5 p.m. New York time, and closes on Friday evening at the same time. Why? Because Forex isn't one central exchange. There's no single building, no bell, no Wall Street floor full of screaming traders. Instead, Forex is a decentralized market that follows the global business day. As financial centers around the world open and close, the Forex market simply passes the baton from one region to the next, non-stop, like a relay race. It all starts with Sydney, then moves to Tokyo, then London, and finally ends up in New York. These are the 4 major trading sessions, and each one brings its own style, speed, and personality to the market. So let's walk through each session. Sydney kicks things off. G'day, mate. It's one of the quietest of the 4, not a ton of volume, but it sets the tone for the week. Think of it like stretching before a workout. It opens around 10 p.m. GMT and overlaps with Tokyo for a few hours. Tokyo, or the Asia session, is where things pick up. This is where the yen, the Australian dollar, and the New Zealand dollar see most of their action. If you live in Europe or the Americas, this session might happen while you're sound asleep. But if you're based in Asia or just a night owl, this could be your window. Next up is London, the heavyweight. London is the financial capital of Europe, and during this session, the market gets much more active. Currencies like the pound, the euro, and the Swiss franc dominate here. It's fast, it's liquid, and it overlaps with both Tokyo and New York for short periods, which creates even more energy. Finally, we hit New York. When the US wakes up, things really get moving. The dollar enters the spotlight, and with it comes strong trends, big reversals, and high-impact news. The New York-London overlap, about 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern, is often the most volatile, most traded part of the entire day. Now, here's why this 24/5 structure actually matters for you. You don't need to be glued to your screen all day. In fact, we strongly advise you not to be. You don't need to wake up at 3 a.m. to trade the Tokyo session if you're not a morning person. And you don't need to stress about missing the opening bell because there isn't one. This means you build a trading schedule around your life, not the other way around. If you have a day job, maybe you trade the evening London-New York overlap. If you're a student, maybe you do your analysis in the morning and set alerts for later on. If you work night shifts, the Asian session might be perfect for you. You get to design your own rhythm, and that's one of the biggest freedoms Forex offers. So you may now be thinking, okay, but is there a best time to start trading? Great question. The most active times are when sessions overlap, specifically the London to New York overlap, which happens roughly from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. GMT and tends to be the most volatile and liquid period of the day. That means more price movement, faster trades, and bigger opportunities, if you know what you're doing. The Tokyo-London overlap is another key window, especially if you're trading Asian or European currency pairs. The least active time, right between the New York close and Sydney open, around 10 p.m. to midnight GMT. The market is often sleepy here, spreads widen and price tends to drift rather than move. That's usually not the best time to trade unless you have a specific reason to. Now, while the 24-hour clock is great, you also need to understand how days of the week affect the market. Monday mornings, especially early Monday, are often slow. Traders are waiting for news, markets are adjusting to weekend gaps, and there's usually not much movement right away. It's like warming up your car in the winter. Things are still getting into gear. Tuesday through Thursday, that's prime time. Most of the week's big moves, breakouts, and news events happen here. If you're trying to build a routine, these are the days to focus on. Fridays can go either way. Sometimes they're slow and sideways. Other times, especially during the New York session, you'll see traders closing positions, profit taking, or reacting to late breaking news. But one thing's for sure, you don't want to leave risky trades open on the weekend. Because while the Forex market is closed on the weekends, global events don't pause. A surprise political scandal, a central bank leak, or a natural disaster, all of that can cause a weekend gap where price jumps between Friday's close and Sunday's open, skipping over any chance you had to close the trade in between. That's why many traders either close their trades before the weekend or tighten their stop losses just to be safe. So what does all of this mean for your real life? It means you're in control. You don't need to chase the market. You don't need to be awake during London hours if you're living in California. You can choose your favorite session, study its patterns, and build a plan that works for you. A lot of new traders make the mistake of trying to trade every hour of the day. That leads to burnout, bad decisions, and eventually losses. Oof. Instead, we recommend you pick one session. Learn how that session moves. Get familiar with the pairs that are most active during that time. Build your routine around it. Trading isn't about quantity, it's about quality after all. Even 1 or 2 high quality trades a week can make a huge difference over time. So let's wrap this up. Forex is a 24/5 global arena. It follows the sun, the time zones, and the heartbeat of the world economy, but it doesn't demand that you chase it. Instead, it invites you to design your own rhythm around it, to build a strategy that fits your life, not fight against it. That freedom is rare in financial markets, and it's one of the biggest reasons Forex attracts independent thinkers, side hustlers, and flexible learners just like you. I hope it's you. In the next video, take your first step with me into the real-world application. We'll walk you through how to choose a reliable broker, open your first demo account, and get your hands on a trading platform without risking a single dollar. So go ahead, subscribe, like the video, and get ready because you're not just learning theory anymore. You're about to start trading. Yeah. We'll see you on the next one.